The Diablo 2 Remake is an upcoming action role-playing hack-and-slash video game that is being developed and published by Blizzard. Fans have been asking Blizzard for a remake of Diablo 2, which is still considered the peak of the game series by many fans, and with no response from Blizzard for so long and for many years, fans took it upon themselves to make their own updated version of Diablo 2. Now, a Diablo 2 remake has been hinted at in the past before, but more recently was seemingly announced and leaked at the same time from Jason Schreier, and confirmed a lot of these leaks we have heard about prior to this. As always, all the sources will be linked in the description below, so make sure to check those out and support those original writers. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Fonct2, and with all of that out of the way, let's get into everything we know about the Diablo 2 remake. The first mention of a Diablo 2 remake came from a user on Reddit who posted on the Diablo subreddit and claimed that they were one of the first people to see Diablo 4 behind closed doors. They said they couldn't say how they knew so much about the title and other things without giving away who they were, and that once again, people could either take or leave what they were saying. Now what's interesting is even though this post, which was made focused on Diablo 4, they did state that a Diablo 2 remake / remaster was planned at one point at Blizzard, but Blizzard later realized that it would be much better to give the franchise a complete reset and put a majority of the fan requested mechanics into one giant package for Diablo 4. And this was in 2019, so at this point it seems like even back then Blizzard was considering something according to these leaks and rumors. And the rumors continued on in May of 2020 from the publication Actu Gaming, which stated that there would be a new project from Blizzard called Diablo 2 Resurrected that is set for release in the fourth quarter of 2020, and they even went further that Vicarious Visions would be supporting Blizzard, which does become important later. They are a studio that is known for remaking a lot of titles and have had a lot of success doing it, so it's not too surprising at this point that Blizzard would bring them on board to help make this Diablo 2 Resurrected project. And at the time, people were cautiously optimistic about Actu Gaming. They were seen as a reliable source on Blizzard information and correctly knew about Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 before their official releases, so it seems like if anyone were to know about Diablo 2 or a remake or remaster, it would be them. And I know the Q4 2020 release was not completely right because now we're in 2021, unless they meant a fiscal Q4 2020 release, which then we'd still be in the window. But regardless, this article was published in May of 2020, so it was right at the start of the pandemic. So development time most likely has shifted, and it's not completely out of the question that this could have shifted, and even they say that. So for all of this, having that one small detail but knowing everything else is something that we just have to look past, especially moving forward when it's backed up later. Then even more recently, even more information was released to back up these two leaks. But to get there, we first need to discuss the news that Vicarious Visions was being merged into Blizzard, which was a good sign for these leaks, considering that the leakers claimed that they were already working with Blizzard on this Diablo remake. According to GameIndustry.biz, Vicarious Visions was being merged with Blizzard starting on January 22nd, 2021. And the studio itself, if you don't know, is behind the games like the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters 1 and 2 that was recently released, along with the Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy. So they have a very long track record of games reworking some of these older games and then releasing them, getting really good reviews, and leaving a lot of fans happy. And Blizzard confirmed to GameIndustry.biz that the team is now fully dedicated to existing Blizzard games and initiatives, but Blizzard would not confirm how long the studios have been working with each other on secret projects or on what titles they were working on. All they would say is yes, they've been working with Vicarious Visions and now they're merged together and will be working together seemingly forever. But even more details were released by notable gaming insider Jason Schreier, who said that Vicarious Visions is now focused entirely on Blizzard projects, which isn't new, but they are actually focusing on Diablo. He goes on further and states that the team has been working with Blizzard since last year on the Diablo franchise, and they are working on a planned remake of Diablo 2, which does make sense given the studio's track record, which, as I said, making game remakes, they know a lot about it. and they seem to understand what made these games work when they were originally released, and then how to modernize that to a new audience. Obviously, Blizzard would not confirm this was the case when Schreier reached out for confirmation, but Blizzard would say now that the two studios have been working together for some time now. Schreier goes on further and claims that Blizzard has been trying to develop a Diablo 2 remake since even before they started working with Vicarious Visions, and the remake was originally set to be developed by Blizzard's Team 1, because that team also has experience working with classic titles, but Blizzard decided to take the project in a new direction after the team's most recent project, Warcraft 3 Reforged, was not well received and ended up being one of Blizzard's worst received titles ever. Blizzard then lost faith in the team and shifted the project to the Diablo 4 team. And that is now currently the team still working on the project, but now they have the additional development power of Vicarious Visions, and as of now the project is known as Diablo 2 Resurrected, so it looks like Actu Gaming was right on the money with their initial leak. And for the most part, that is where we are left on the title, but it does tie together all the previous leaks we have heard, that Blizzard has been working on this project throughout the years, and even before Vicarious Visions was involved, they brought it to their Team 1, but ended up shifting at some point in development, so before 2019 most likely. And now it looks like a Diablo 2 remake is coming. I know people like to cite that the source code and assets were lost and a remaster would be difficult, but if this game is a remake and not a remaster, it's possible they would need a lot of new assets anyways, and the game would go in a new direction art-wise. And the community consensus right now is that the game will be released before Diablo 4 to hold fans over until some of Blizzard's bigger projects are ready to release. And this isn't really out of the question, especially if Vicarious Visions has been working on the project for a few years now with the support of Blizzard's normal Diablo team. It's not out of the question that we will see this game most likely much sooner than Diablo 4. So what should we expect from this title? Well, I think the bigger implication here is that if the Diablo 4 team is working on this game, they could be working to release this title, as I said before, Diablo 4. And I know Diablo 4 doesn't have a release date or window yet, but it could mean behind the scenes the team is shifting around releases, and Diablo 4 might be pushed out further than what most fans initially thought if they are working on both these projects at once. Because at least to me, it seems like Blizzard is prioritizing this project and has been trying to get this project off the ground now for quite a while. That doesn't mean we will see this remake anytime soon, but I will keep you updated as soon as more information is released. And that for the most part is everything we know about the Diablo 2 remake and where I'm going to end this video. As always, make sure to like and share, subscribe for weekly gaming news, and I will see you guys in the next one.